he used her for collateral. I understand that.
I would like to know the details, honestly. Like, did he come on the...
No, on the dress.
On the dress, right?
Back to porn, everybody.
I know, he got there. We did so well.
Would you just put, like, this right under Trump? And, like, if he's right above it, it would seem like if you animate a stream into it.
Well, hello once again, and welcome to Twat, my friends. This is the show where we just chew the cud and have a general conversation about what's going on in the world. And I'm Hashi, this is Ken, and this is Tam.
Last time you said twat.
And we're two Wongs and a White. Twat, twat, whatever.
Yeah.
We're still trying to work out what we're called. That's an acronym. Call us TWAWT, but that's way too much to say. So,
Like
what's going on, guys?
I have a lot of
But I think,
questions.
first of all, my apologies. My apologies. We have the sacred shot.
the ritual
The ritual.
of
Oh.
burning your throat. And
Oh,
waking
hail
up.
Satan.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Never gets easier. Never gets
Never
easier.
gets easier, no. And I just realised we're not going to get that Catholic school promotion. I just mentioned Satan yet again. Oh, well.
All right. First topic of the podcast, boys. The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, adored by millions, has never been super open about his political lenience or where he leans.
Where he leans,
right?
yeah.
Well, as of the recent on social media, Instagram, we don't have one yet, but check us out in the future. The Rock openly said and voiced his opinion and his, political backings that he's endorsing Mr. Joe Biden himself. And there's a lot of backlash, obviously. It's because whenever a celebrity decides to go political,
Yeah.
there's a lot of backlash.
You can't have a personal
cannot
opinion. You're
have-
public
yeah.
property.
And but keep in mind, this is The Rock. He's like Mr.
Nice guy.
Mr. Nice Guy. Always plays the good guy.
He seems pretty centered.
Right. He's just there, right? People
Yeah.
love him from all sides of the political scale. You go into his Instagram comments, there are a lot of people who reveal themselves as right wingers saying, fuck you, I'm out. Like, I'm out. And but at the same time, I understand they have a political stance, but what I don't understand is the unnecessary like backlash of him coming out at all as obviously a Democrat.
Yeah, but what's wrong with endorsement?
I think he's trying to take responsibility for where, like, having the podium that he stands on. He's trying to, which I've always had a bit of a problem with people of office or public eye using that position unless it's for charity or something like that. For politics, no, I'm not really for it.
Mhm.
But I think he's taking a stand. We're in a really serious situation right now, guys.
I think that's the reason why he decided to step up because he's usually a very neutral guy, but when he sees the country being fucked majorly, he just like, all right, fuck it, I'll use my voice.
Yeah,
And
but
be
Trump's
like,
done so many good things for America. I mean, look at them. I've never seen, they've never been more scared, more paranoid, more sick, more dying. I've done so much for the world.
I
You
like
know,
the
it's like,
sarcasm. Is awesome.
come on.
Very, 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 very in tune. Like perfect there.
So I didn't notice it. What are you talking about? What sarcasm? I feel it from the heart.
Sarcasm?
What is that? We don't use sarcasm
Sorry, as
on
an
the show.
aside, I saw one of those T-shirts the other day.
Mm.
Sarcasm loading. I want to get one.
Yeah.
I hope they have it in big boys.
Yeah, big boy shirts.
Do you think The Rock asked his attorney and his tax advisor and all those people before he said that, or do you think he just said it? Plus, I mean, he's a very big personality. Probably he asked someone for advice before he would say that.
I would like to think he just did it out of his own, mind, but knowing celebrities.
And we find out that it was a 2-month program of sitting with a crowd going, so what was I to, if I was to say, so if Rock the Rain Johnson was to say this, how would you feel? Do you like the banana or the cabbage? It's
like a study group. Like
a study, but like for 2 months worth.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, he has to be careful because he's still, I don't know what he's signed to at the moment. But, this can affect. This can affect his view. So,
he's on the Hobbs and Shaw, the Fast and Furious franchise.
But he's signed to the same agency as
DC?
Will Smith is.
Oh, but
okay.
They're both signed to the same thing.
Not Bill Cosby?
that'd be a
No, Bill
different
Cosby.
story. They would be like,
no.
Dwayne, is there something wrong? Why are you signing with Bill Cosby?
Dwayne, why do you have so many pills in your bag?
Dwayne.
It's just a strain agent.
Yeah.
Dwayne.
Yeah. But I'm sure he had a sit down with somebody.
I mean,
Like, I have a
obviously.
feeling that he would have.
Obviously.
You
He
know,
probably has, yeah, even if it wasn't his agent or his manager, he has good mates. I'm sure he has a very good circle of protective people around him that he would have consult. Or he's probably of the situation now where he's done, not the situation,
Yeah.
but he's done so well for himself that it's like, well, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
I can pay my mortgage next month. Fuck it.
I can pay for all the houses I have
I
on the
mean,
beach.
look, that's the great thing. When you have money and you have fame,
Mm.
and you're not making it, you've already made it. I mean, he's the highest grossing actor in the world right now, and the highest paid in the world
Which is
right
crazy.
now.
Which is
absolutely crazy.
WWE to superstar, pretty much. Like superstar in a different
You know,
sense.
and to be able, maybe he can actually sit back and go, well, fuck. If they blacklist me, oh well.
I'll make
Oh,
my
well.
own production
Yeah,
studio.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
it's Roseanne Barr.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh boy.
that's another story.
that's a hefty one.
It was the pills. It was the pills.
Yeah.
That doesn't help at all.
Are you surprised that The Rock came out as a Democrat at all, or what?
Oh no, I would have been more surprised if he came out as a Republican.
Yeah.
I would have been very surprised. He doesn't come across. He seems too kind to be a Republican. He seems too caring to be a Republican. He seems to have way too much social conscience to be a Republican. So yeah, no, I would be surprised if he came up as a Trump supporter.
Right. Okay. Well, speaking of Trump supporters, leading onto the actual like big, like this is just you thought this was big news. This is actually crazy news, and I've been like kind of following this for a while. Have you ever heard of a judge named Coney? Amy Coney.
Yes.
yeah, the new appointed judge.
Yeah, new appointed judge. So
By-
she,
by
hopefully
Trump,
to be
right?
yeah,
appointed.
she is being shoveled in last minute before the actual like election.
If she was any more right wing, she'd be going around in
Right.
circles, man.
So
like-
she's controversial for a lot of reasons. One, she's obviously a Republican.
abortion rights,
abortion
something. Yeah.
But
laws.
you say
um,
Republican, she is alt-right.
she's
She's not
alt-right,
right.
yeah.
She is alt-right.
Yeah, she's alt-right. But there's a interesting breakdown of her character that I watched prior to coming here, and there's a lot of things that kind of shocked me about her character. For example, the abortion one, she actually isn't supporting. She can like something about a bill that she passed, right? But she can actually retract that bill if there's some certain things change. Like for example, abortion for late 4 to 9 month year old babies.
Yeah,
is not
yeah,
allowed, but anything
like
under.
third trimester.
So like,
type
because
thing.
like abortion in general, where the argument is do not abort at all. That doesn't matter what.
It could be
trimester.
Einstein.
Right. But
Yeah,
her
yeah.
her argument is if it's a baby, if there's a fetus seen, not just an egg, do not abort. But if it's a fetus, the first trimester or something, go ahead. Right. Another one is something about.
So she's not anti-abortion.
She's not anti. She's like on the fence. She's like
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
you know.
Well,
'cause
she's
she-
sensible. She's like, well, here's
yeah,
the
she
reasoning.
understands like there's still women, and she's a woman herself.
So
she,
she's a woman. She's a woman.
Woman. She's a
more than
lady.
one?
She's a lady herself.
She's a collective.
Hey, the alcohol's kicking in. She's a lady.
So she would be for like, well, no, actually, stupid question. I'm gonna say like if someone was raped or assaulted or something like that,
Right.
she would see the excuse in
right.
having a okay.
Right.
okay.
So she's like alt right, but not alt right. That makes sense.
no, she's
She's like a weird anomaly in the.
that's Republican in itself.
Yeah. She's just a weird thing inside of. I don't know. It's weird, and there's
She's
a lot
an
of,
onion. There's many layers.
yeah, there's many layers. She's a weird figure to be like has a spotlight on now because apparently she is alt-right, as you know, obviously her demeanor, but at the same time she has like characteristics of someone who's in the middle. That
Yeah,
doesn't like
yeah.
it's weird. It's like
Well,
she's like a weird
I think what's putting people off is the fact that Trump's putting her forward
right.
because we've
right,
learned that anyone that this man puts forward is only for his own agenda.
right.
You know, and it's not like, oh, how can you be like that? Well,
Right.
you know, 4 years you'd notice a few things.
right.
You know, and she's pretty, and
Right.
it's just the pure mix of what Trump would want in.
Right.
And the fact that they're stacking the house with right wingers,
Oh, what
that's
is it?
just. I'm sorry, in the High Court circuit, it should be. I know I know it's an odd number, so they can have the one-off vote type
yeah.
of thing.
It's always that one up
But-
that confuses
but-
me.
The thing that gets me is that why can't it at least be 50-50?
Yeah.
I mean, that to me makes sense. And you don't have to be a judge. You don't have to be a lawyer. You just have to be someone of good standing and
Right.
good civil.
Like a normal politician.
Yeah. Well, not
Yeah.
even that. You
Oh,
can
yeah?
just you could
Like a
be
civil
an
servant?
ex-CEO. You don't have to be of government. You can be nominated by your persons,
Mhm.
by who you are. You don't have to have
Yeah.
any legal training, which is
Uh,
kind of scary.
It is kind of scary.
It's like being president in America.
Yeah, it's
You don't need any formal training, any knowledge.
It's really weird the way the system is being kind of like exposed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh,
Especially like the more I keep up with the news, the more I'm starting to think like at first I thought Trump was an idiot, right? I just thought he was purely just a moron. But then now I'm starting to see he's actually kind of a devious human being himself. Like he's the mail-in ballots.
yeah.
All right. This is something that I just read up recently. How there, how like the mail-in ballots concept is like you put your vote inside an envelope and then you put inside another envelope
Yes.
to make sure it's double secure.
So you put it in a secret envelope,
Right.
then a named envelope.
So then
Yeah.
that way, but then if you don't put in that second envelope, it's a naked ballot and it can't be registered.
Correct, and that's also buyer beware type of thing. I mean, if you're going to vote that way, you should know how to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But like he's doing this so last minute that people who have already voted are kind of scared if their votes don't go through.
Yeah.
So like in my eyes, it's like, what if a majority of people in the, let's say, Democrats that already voted, and all of a sudden this new kind of bill not bill, but whatever his bullshit power he says,
A
like,
veto.
Yeah, veto. His veto just kicks in all of a sudden, and then 90-80% of those votes are just
But
gone.
you can't do. I mean, come on, to do that midway through an election is just
It's fishy.
like I'm
It
not
is
surprised.
fishy. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's look nothing. You know what's really scary right now is that nothing surprises me about this guy.
right.
Absolutely nothing surprises me.
Right.
And he's not a liar. He's just a bullshit artist.
He's a bullshit artist.
That's
yeah.
and which is even like,
I think that's
better than a
worse.
liar.
I think that's worse. Honestly.
He just when he talks, he just
yeah.
he's
like,
just doing
"Look over here,
gymnastics
look
all
over
the
here,"
time.
And then you're like, yeah.
Wow. It's
yeah.
just like wag the dog every
Yeah.
single time he opens his mouth. And then he still has people going, yeah, we adore you, we love you. Latest episode of our cartoon president.
Uh-huh.
That was coronavirus. And he's doing the fly through. Okay, so he's flying to state to state to state. And there's one scene where the plane's flying over and it goes, Mr. President, we love you. Empty your toilet on us. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
that's exactly it. This guy could shit on everyone and they will still follow him.
Metaphorically is already.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
mean,
what would I know? I've been told this
Exactly.
before on chat groups. You're not American. What would you know? Probably a lot more than you, because the Australian education system is a lot fucking better. We learn about the bloody world. We don't just learn and
About
cover up the
America.
truths. We don't read the history of the winners.
Yeah.
We read the history.
yeah,
you know?
history. Period.
It's
Yeah. I don't know. That country seems to be getting more fucked.
It's a
by the
bubble.
day.
It's
Yeah.
a bubble.
It's a bubble.
It's
I
a
have
bubble.
a
man.
friend right now who's stuck in the States. Keep in mind, he's an international baby. Like, he was raised pretty much in China, all over the world. And he went back to the States with a fresh set of eyes. And I was messaging him last night, and he's like telling me that, yo, everybody here is fucked, including his own father, I thought he was just a Republican. Now I'm starting to realize he's a alt-right
Mhm.
Republican. And he's my ex-boss. And yeah, so it's kind of crazy how things kind of like devolve there, especially when you're in the country itself. Like the mob mentality just kind of like brings you in. Yeah.
When you have a country that has been raised on fear and what's it called when you think you're being watched? They're paranoia. What do you get? That's what you got.
Mhm.
That is what we have now. And the thing is, watching it from the outside in,
And,
it's
yeah.
just
It's
absolutely
completely
insane.
different, yeah.
They have a right to carry guns. Why? Because other people are carrying guns. That makes no sense.
What's
That makes no
paranoid
sense.
is this is Coronita on it instead of Corona.
Oh.
So this
No, because it's a mini.
Oh
Coronita
yeah,
is
yeah.
mini.
Coronitas, yeah. It's like a.
I knew that because
small.
I dated a Spanish guy with a very small dick. It was a coronita.
Close up on Harshey's face, everybody.
And
I
also,
don't
what's
know.
weird is that when you talk, Ken, the camera angle doesn't face you very often.
Yeah.
It faces me. It
But,
faces
but it's
me.
Bro,
It
okay
faces
come
me.
on.
because I'm going to get a second switcher very, very
Yeah.
soon, and,
And
I will be
I
able
will-
to supersede those.
Hey, I don't put it on my face very often because Harsh is also chiming in. I think
No,
I
but-
know my team.
Okay,
I'm
for
sorry.
The,
Do
for
I
the,
talk too much?
For
No,
the
I think
past
it's
5
perfect.
minutes, I have not said a single thing, and I've been just observing.
Yeah,
And
well-
we definitely need a second switcher.
We don't need a second switcher.
I will be
The
in
second
charge.
switcher's just gonna have my name on it.
I will be just a
Just
second
Ken.
switcher right
just
here.
Ken.
On
Every
Ken.
time you talk.
We'll get this fight. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just see the logic.
Stop.
You'll ruin my system.
Yeah. Sorry about the politics talk, dude. All right, let's
Oh,
talk
sorry
about
about
your,
politics,
let's talk
no.
about your country's politics.
No, like politics. I think politics are important
politics.
for some people,
Uh,
but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter for us personally. We don't live in America.
do you agree with this, Harsh?
Agree with what?
Do you think America's politics, like political outcomes, don't affect the world?
No, I didn't say that. I
Uh,
said they don't matter to us directly.
Oh,
Yeah, they do.
yeah, they do.
They do.
They're a
But
superpower,
Everything America
dude.
does, unfortunately,
superpower.
everything America does. I mean, look,
It
every
affects Russia
financial
and China.
index
When
is
I
marked against
When
the
I
American
say
stock
that,
market.
I mean we can't really do anything about it.
No, we can't do anything about it. But that's even worse. It's like watching your mother drowning and you're tied up.
Yeah.
You know,
That's terrible.
you-
That's a
that's-
horrible
it's
example.
a
But
horrible thought, but this is exactly what it is. America, the land of the home and the free. You know, the most
Hell yeah,
most
he'll be
And the divided.
amazing, gracious country in the world has been led to believe. The superpower of the world, the power that guides us, the power, oh my God, the country that goes to every war in the world and saves us. They're just a pack of fucking freaks.
Right. But don't they put
And it's
those-
scary. It's like realizing that your uncle that you used to talk to and get information
Touched
from
you.
is molesting people.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, and you just blocked it out. You know, it's what it feels like. I am just
They have their hands in
and
everything.
every single international American that I know is ashamed. It's only Americans that live in America
Yeah.
don't fucking see it.
Yeah, I have my homie that I spoke of is half American, half Slovakian or something, and he's like, "No, I'm from Slovakia." I'm like, "Yeah, I get you. I feel you." Like every time like some bad like news of America comes out,
oh, he's gonna
like,
be American
"I'm
when
Slovakian."
something becomes
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good
for
for
sure,
America.
but, like,
He'll be
It won't be
oh, I'm
with-
American.
It'll
fuck
be
you."
after Biden.
yeah, exactly.
This reminds me of the episode of South Park, the shit sandwich or the douche.
The shit
Like
sandwich or the
really,
douche.
yeah, when it's between Trump and Hillary.
Yeah.
And it's
I
like
saw that
there really
parody,
is.
yeah.
And look, how we ended up. I've said this before. How we ended up with these two is just beyond
Mind
me.
blowing. Yeah.
Biden, look, for all intents and purposes, he is better than Trump, but he's
Is he
really no
really?
better. He's
Yeah.
just on the other side of the fence with the same mindset.
Is
Yeah.
Biden
He's still
loaded?
your racist uncle.
Yeah, he's like a racist uncle.
Is
you
he
know?
loaded, like money wise?
I don't know. I would say he would be. You look at everyone that's in politics in America. There's what? There has to be a payoff because they all do quite well. They all do quite well. I haven't seen one, after a 4-year stint in politics in any country really. I
The
haven't seen
politician just
any
dipped that-
politician that
yeah.
doesn't have investments or
Right.
a couple of houses or a
Right.
nice car.
So do
You don't see them driving fucking Suzuki
Right.
Swifts.
Right. Who do you think was the best kind of president in the last few decades of America? You're like, I know you follow
Lincoln?
African.
People are gonna say Lincoln.
No, well,
a lot of
actually,
people think.
Clinton wasn't that bad. Look, he fucked his intern, but the intern also fucked him.
Yeah.
You know, it takes two to tango.
It's
You
a
know,
two-way street.
the way it was handled was very wrong, and he used her for collateral. I understand that.
I would like to know the details, honestly. Like, did he come on
The dress.
the dress,
We're
right?
back to porn, everybody.
I know he got there. He did so well.
He did it, everybody.
We got to keep counting. When we get to like 100, we got to have
Yeah, like a
drop the
fucking-
balloons.
yeah.
Oh, we'll have the balloon
You think
set up.
Clinton's the better one?
Clinton, but Obama. I
was gonna
really think of the modern history,
modern-
Obama. And look, he made mistakes himself. Look, every president, we got to remember that presidents are people.
Yeah.
They're not perfect.
Except
but
for Trump.
Obama, well, yeah, he's not even AI. He's a glitch. Obama was a statesman. He was a statesman.
He was.
Well, still is a statesman.
For the people.
He held his word. He held his breath. He held himself. What I'm seeing now, it's just not happening.
And owed money.
And
Oh, yeah, Trump is old money, though. Yeah.
yeah, but
$2 million or something? $1 million in my bank account? Whatever. It's fucking.
what's that,
But-
Trump?
Yeah, Trump. Yeah,
But
like.
Trump is. I was watching CNN this morning, and he apparently spent $70,000 on haircuts while
Yeah.
he was filming his
You
TV
can't-
show. And-
Nylon doesn't
and
grow.
That was tax deductible.
Yeah.
How the fuck
Oh,
do you
because
get
part
your
of job,
hair
it's
cut?
like with us, we can now claim clothing, makeup, and hair.
I'll buy all the expensive
know?
clothing, fam.
We
I'll
can do
stay
all
best
this.
dressed. I'll stay best
know?
dressed.
Didn't an AI cut his hair? Like, what the fuck?
Well, no, he has.
like
What's it called? He has like a procedural thing. He doesn't actually have a hair transplant. He has he has a hair system apparently because he leased a floor to the hair guys in his building in Trump Tower in New York. I can't remember the name of the company.
He doesn't have hair or what?
No, he has hair, but it's a very intricate system of weave and hair, from my understanding.
Interesting.
I'm
It's,
sorry,
it's
but
like a very extensive comb.
Isn't
over.
hair growing out of the head like a weed?
Yeah, there's hair growing out of his head, but there's bald spots and stuff. Like
okay.
there's a system holding it all in place. Haven't you seen it when the wind flips it? It's like a lid. It's like watching Darth Vader. Yeah. Have a look. Have a look.
I mean, Paris Hilton apparently flies to France to get her hair done. So I don't believe
fucking Fujian.
I don't see that not being true. I mean, it's Paris Hilton for fuck's sakes, you know.
If you know
so
what?
Trump having his own
think of the
thing,
carbon footprint just to get a haircut. Like, come on.
Like hop in the private jet every week just to get a perm.
Yeah, to get a touch up.
Yeah.
Get a trim. Yeah.
just like 2 centimeters off, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta poison the earth for that. You know?
Yeah. Shit, dude. Whoa.
But everyone attacks Trump, right? But apparently some people believe he's doing good for the country and some people hate what he's doing.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe in 10, 15 years, we will find out what he actually did.
I've been thinking about that myself as well. Yeah. But I just don't like the man. That's the problem. And I don't want to be obscured by not like, because I've worked for CEOs that are absolute cunts, but they get the job done. They do a really good job. They look after the company. They get the investors their money back. They look after their good term employees. They look after them. I'm of the opinion personally that anyone votes for Trump is in it for themselves.
Yeah,
Trump is in it for himself. So therefore, if you identify with Trump, you identify with that type of personage.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Which scares me.
I'm so glad I
didn't think
can't
there were that many
vote
people.
for Trump in America.
Would you?
If I was American?
Would you vote for Trump?
Well, I don't know anything about the politics world too much, honestly. So I would have to ask someone to give me a brief.
But you can't get a brief because the brief will fuck your
There's no
views.
brief.
Yeah,
in America, you can make a vote unless you're black, then it's 3/4.
No, real.
And then that's real.
That's shit.
That shit's real. This is fucking 2020. That shit's
Seriously?
real.
Biracial?
Minorities don't get shit.
That Black Lives Matter thing, it's all make believe. Like, for fuck's sake, these guys in some counties and in some states, they haven't even got a full fucking vote.
Yeah.
If you've been incarcerated and you've paid for your sins, you can't vote.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if you do vote, and there's too many people in your, and this is what gets me with the college electorate or the college electoral. If there's too many people in your state have voted for the one person, that's an imbalance. Therefore, the college, like this is what happened to Hillary Clinton. She won by 3 million votes by count. But then the college electorate said, well, let's balance that over the states of America. Oh, by average, Trump won.
That was
like, how the fuck does that work?
Yeah, but
your vote means
Hillary,
nothing.
I heard, was apparently a lot worse than Trump. Apparently, she wanted to go to work.
But exactly
from her messaging, she was a lot worse.
Her messaging, yeah, sure, we take that to
Benghazi, what?
Yeah, exactly, right, exactly.
Yeah, but that was under Obama, so why not blame Obama?
Yeah.
Why are we blaming her?
Yeah, so like, dude, like, you can't judge her until she was actually president. Like, she is like that weird question mark in the glitch, you know? She's like, maybe, yeah, that's type.
But how come freedom of speech requires people to vote? Like, you don't have to vote, I heard. But how come I'm forced? If I was an American...
You're not forced, though. You're encouraged.
Yeah, encouraged. But let's say, how come that's a freedom of speech if you have to vote for someone who might be running the country? Like, that's also a clause.
You have the option 6 months before you're voting for that one person out of 34 candidates or 300 candidates down to 34 or 36 to pick the person you want.
Yep.
That is the whole idea of it. And if you don't do that and you're only stuck with those two, then shut the fuck up and make a decision.
So
Hitler or Himmler? Who are you going to pick?
Not really a democracy then.
It's not a democracy.
So
no way.
I think that was the argument we're trying to have.
Yeah.
It's not real.
America.
It's not a real democracy.
Oh, nice summary then here. Nice.
Yeah,
America is a Ferrero Rocher with a moth in the middle.
Yeah.
It looks so nice from the outside, and you've been saving it all day, and you bite into it.
That's a fucking visual. That's a fucking visual.
Somehow Ferrero Rocher really doesn't taste good, you know? Like, I try. It looks so good. You open it, it's golden. You just look at that little piece of chocolate and put it in your mouth, and it's like...
We've just lost Mars as well.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll see you in the Harshi and Ken show.
There goes the Nestle.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So, Coke.
What kind? Diet or?
I'm assuming you like your Coca-Colas.
Oh, no,
Speaking,
no, because
speaking
they're
of
free.
Coca-Cola, if Coca-Cola would like to, no, I'm kidding. I'm
do
not
this
gonna say
camera.
that.
Use your own camera, man.
Keep us out of this. Keep us out of this. Yeah. All right.
All right,
Boys.
so
Did we get anywhere?
that
yeah,
America is a hellhole and that Trump's a dickhead. Yeah, I think we got somewhere.
Yeah, it's
that-
scary.
That judge lady is a really big, like, she can be either the demise of America or she can be like a savior.
And it's really hard because we
And she's a
only hear what
controversial
we
figure.
only hear what the media has to say, and we only see what they want us to see. I mean, that's the scary thing. And I'm by no means in all this deep dark state shit, but it's America. I'm more inclined. I live in China, and I sort of, even though we deal with the CCP, I would tend to know more about what happens in China than I do in America.
Yeah, surprisingly, we get a lot of news from like the
yeah.
CCP. Yeah.
did you hear like 3 people died in a Huawei building burnout or something?
Yesterday in their 5G testing center.
Yeah.
Oh, it must. Oh,
That was, like,
I read 5G center
breaking
burns down. I
news.
didn't know it was.
I didn't know people died. I thought
I didn't know people
I
died
read they all
either.
got out safe.
I don't know. I looked at the thing and it just was like,
South China Post versus the Beijing Daily.
Yeah.
that was actually
exactly.
in WeChat, so I don't know.
Oh, like the
WeChat
moments?
news, yeah.
Social media.
Hey, the power.
We
of
don't know.
Social media in China runs really differently. Like comparing to Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and
Yeah, there's
Facebook.
kind of a respect thing going on, isn't there?
Here, it's weird.
You
Like,
think so? I think it's because there's
okay,
just 1
first of
billion
all,
people here.
first of all, the videos don't have a normal comment section. Here, they have abnormality, stupid, crazy thing where comments fly while your video is happening.
My God, I hate that so much.
How
dude.
is that normal?
Dude,
Have you seen a video
Hold
in
on,
China?
Let me give him a
Yeah.
rundown. Imagine.
It's the music always gets to me. I can't watch them because of that fucking horrible music all the time.
Not music. You're watching a video. They try to make a cinematic video. You want to say?
Yeah,
it? You
yeah.
want to say?
So
Go.
imagine. Close your eyes.
Close
Imagine
my
this.
eyes.
Imagine this. I'm gonna keep this
You're
wide.
gonna
So
take me to
Tam
a
doesn't
wonderful
give me shit.
place.
All right. Imagine you're
My
watching
Uncle Freddie
like,
said that to me once.
like a YouTube video about like some new camera reviews, right? Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're like 30 seconds in, you're like, oh, this is cool. This camera. I'm getting to know. I want to buy this camera. And fucking people's like own comments fly across the entire screen, covering a majority of the video.
Not
It's just-
one.
Not one. All of them.
15
Yeah, but that
comments.
happens
Go.
with
No, you can't see the
FaceTime
video.
Live as well.
No, but no. Instagram Live is on the side.
You
whereas-
can't see
whereas
the
it
video,
goes up,
literally.
right?
Okay.
But this one, it goes across the 1080
when
aspect ratio.
I hear what you're saying.
Or whatever.
When I first came to China, we used to watch the national TV, like
Mhm.
CC1, CC2, CCTV, all that type of stuff. The microphones with the logos on them.
Oh yeah.
Some of the logos
yeah,
were like a foot
it
long,
would just
and you would see
encapsulate-
them, and
Yeah.
you'd be lucky to see. Find a picture, drop it in, because
Yeah.
you'd be lucky to see the person's face. They were
just right
talking
above
to,
it, just like
because
right
it's all
here.
about branding, and that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of that situation.
Yeah, but they want to show like interaction or
But
something.
what is the point of watching a cinema? I watched a cinematic video
like
a
movie,
person
right?
made. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, see, watching a movie.
That
Okay,
pisses
if it
me
was
off.
just like a talking head stuff like us, okay, fair enough.
People
I respect
text and
that.
see that shit. What the
Yeah.
fuck? I don't want to
It's
see
also
comments.
live, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like if whoever's on that video at the moment,
Wow.
they'll like it will just fly across, and you're like
No,
Well,
literally.
Oh, hang on, I've seen that on
1920 by
91WJM.
something like that, or like
Yeah,
Billy
yeah.
Billy.
They,
Yeah.
Literally, they fill the screen.
fill
You
the
can't-
screen.
Sorry, you can't see. I'm like,
Oh, he's animated.
it really
He's-
pisses me off. I can't watch videos on Chinese social media. Literally,
You're lucky you can, period.
I
But
can't.
anyway,
I'm so glad I
technically,
can.
technically, you can't. But you haven't been able to. No, I hear you. That sounds kind of crazy.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
We'll show you if we can find one like real quick. It's just flies, and you're like, okay, it's done. And then 5 seconds later, there's a batch again. You're like,
No, but the thing is, the comments are still on the bottom. They copied YouTube 1-to-1.
Yeah.
The comments are still
Yeah.
there, but they just take those comments
and
and,
then
put
they
them on
slap
top
it
of
in
the
the
video.
video.
Why?
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the movie. Why do I have to read? There's no. If I don't want to read subtitles, why don't I read someone's comment?
They
Right,
want
exactly.
to differentiate from YouTube.
Probably. I would take. I would think
Imagine
that's the most
YouTube did that.
likely.
Imagine like our comments were like suddenly popping up
Yeah,
while the video was happening. I would.
We're
Well, that's what they have the
canceling you.
side screen for. I mean,
Yeah, like for
Wow.
live streams and stuff, it's like on the side. Instagram live streams, they have it on the side, but they're also like kind of opacity down, so you can still see through it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
On Facebook, all you have is the love hearts and the
Yeah,
smiling.
and you don't see like the whole thing. It's still underneath the thing, and you only see like love and emojis come up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't-
That's still better than.
I have an
fucking
issue
full-on
with
sentences.
Instagram. Why is there no dislike button? I get there was a huge thing, but why is there?
Because it upsets people.
I don't care.
because-
and it
no,
causes
YouTube-
people to
okay,
hurt themselves.
okay, first of all-
People get their feelings hurt when people
So-
don't like what they like.
So my only
First of
option is
all-
to like or ignore.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Dude,
the hell?
okay, first of all,
YouTube allows us to
first of all-
dislike.
First of all, YouTube and Instagram are completely
And they
separate
took the
platforms.
counts off as well, I believe.
Yeah.
They-
what-
yeah,
no, no,
but
you
that's
can still see.
that's a test. It's a test. Instagram and YouTube are completely separate, like beasts on their own. Instagram is mainly made for quick media, something you scroll through, right?
Hmm.
Having a dislike button is completely useless if you don't give a shit about the thing itself. You either don't unfollow it
Fair enough.
or you just ignore it, right?
Yeah, but I would like to
YouTube-
see how many people disliked it, so maybe I
so
can throw
it's
in
a
my
voyeuristic
opinion.
situation.
Yeah,
You
like
wanna-
I would like it or dislike it. You know, that gives me an opinion. That gives me an option.
I don't
This
think
gives me
Instagram-
no
I don't
option
think Instagram
whatsoever.
It does. You
meant
don't
for your-
respond.
Yeah, your Instagram
You
is
don't
not
respond.
meant
So
for
it's
your option.
Is it
Ignorance.
important that you need to push one
Ignorance,
way or
bro.
the other?
Instagram doesn't need that extra step for you to like look at their content. It's literally a app made to just fill your brain with bullshit. That's all it is.
It's brain hay.
Yeah, right.
That's all it is.
Yeah. So it's like,
But
YouTube
okay,
is-
then leave only dislike button. Remove the like button then. That's fair.
then
Yeah.
what's the point of going to Instagram
Spoken
then?
like a
See that?
communist.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Think about it. Only
You
the
get
like
one
button.
choice. You'll have wrong choice.
You're giving us only one option to like. Why not make it
Bro,
dislike
bro,
only?
no,
How
bro.
about do or okay?
Bro,
If they made a test run,
so unwork.
they did a test. They run only like ones. Remove likes, put dislikes. Let's see how many people dislike.
Yeah.
It'll be fair.
Let's
1
run
month
that test. I'm
Yeah.
in for that.
One out of one
So
year.
don't forget to slam the dislike button. And
dislike button.
it's so unwoke, dude. That got me so fucking hard. Yeah. Nah, dude, I disagree. Sorry.
You
I was like,
disagree.
this is coming from a guy who doesn't even use Instagram.
Yeah.
Like,
So you can't say I use Instagram daily.
well, then whose fault is that?
I use Instagram. I have to use it.
Where's my camera?
It pisses me off that there is no dislike button.
Then don't go on the.
have you?
You don't have to
Have you let Instagram know this?
Well, I should tweet. I should probably tweet
I
it.
think you should. I think.
And
you
what's the
should
point?
tweet
No
that.
one's gonna
I-
respond. Who cares?
Well, they won't
Because
dislike it.
everyone's
They're
gonna
gonna love it. You're gonna get
See,
lots of likes.
On tweet, how come you can't dislike a tweet?
What's the point of disliking a tweet?
Why? Because YouTube can dislike.
because you can
Because it's a full-fledged
because you can
5-minute
respond. You can
Yeah,
troll
exactly.
people. You can say
on
I
Twitter,
don't agree
but on
with
Twitter,
that.
yeah, but on Twitter you can retweet and like.
You just got calluses on your thumbs, haven't you? You just want to push a yes or no, yes or no.
Yeah, that's an option. It should be American company,
But here's
American
another-
company, freedom,
It
democratic.
hinders
It
the
should be.
experience.
Here's an option.
Are you fucking kidding me, man? It hinders the experience. The
Here's
whole
an-
point of these apps is for the experience. YouTube is a fully fledged media consumption company where Instagram and Twitter are just meant for quick takes. Why would you need to consider if you dislike a photo?
I would like to dislike
her ass
something.
is not shown enough. I dislike the.
Oh, you're gonna be one of those old guys sitting on your lawn going, "You can't wear that."
What? No,
Show me your
no.
tramp stamp.
What I said was.
Dislike.
Listen, what I said was there should be an option. That's all I said.
I understand
Yeah.
that.
Option. Give me an option. That's
Have
all.
you looked into why there's not an option? Have you looked at any
Have you
social
Googled it?
commentary?
Yeah. Like any breakdowns of why Instagram
Any breakdowns
and
as to why
Facebook
there's no-
and-
as-
I
why
saw
it's not
posts
easy to-
about them disabling the whole like count and all that because
Yeah.
people were upset.
Yeah.
People were upset.
Yeah.
But how come people are not upset on YouTube that there's a dislike button? How come?
It is a very different group
Yeah.
of people that use
Yeah.
Instas are all like, hi.
Yep.
I was in her English class and she made me so unhappy.
Yeah.
You know, hi. You know, that's kind of what that
And
is.
I might have disliked that photo because she could have used a different
You
angle.
can't dislike
There
it
you go.
because she could be triggered to go and harm her grandmother because of it.
See,
Damn.
there is no
eating
cause.
donuts.
Remember, Instagram has a disclaimer.
now.
Do you use a sign? You know, they have a tick to agree to terms, right?
Mhm.
Instagram has a bunch of terms where people have to abide by the terms. So Instagram has a clause where they're like, I'm sorry, whatever you do in your own time, that's your own thing. You know, Instagram is a platform where we share information, blah, 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 blah. So if she doesn't really want to participate in that and she goes and hurts somebody or kills somebody, that's her fault, not Instagram.
Oh, absolutely. But it
Yeah, but that's
becomes,
the
but it's
point.
society's problem.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And you also have to consider the demographic that uses this.
Bunch of weak-ass millennials.
exactly.
And I really
We-
hate using that term because the word millennials has become an insult where it shouldn't be.
I'm
But
hurt.
What I'm saying, you go hurt yourself. You know?
Yeah.
Why don't you hop on Instagram and tell someone about it?
You have to understand that the majority of the world that uses Instagram is not in China or us. We are people that like don't
Talk about shit.
Yeah, we don't even get hurt at insults that we give each other, right?
Mm.
So like for the snowflakes out there, Instagram is perfect with the like button. For YouTube, these snowflakes will not exist on it. They say one dislike, they're gonna be like, "Oh fuck me, my life's over." Go one dislike.
I'm going to go back to my bubble.
No, but I
Life
get
is
for
so much better.
Instagram, they lose business if people who
Yeah.
are a little pretentious
It's a
or a little
business.
different-
Absolutely, because Instagram
get
has
it.
so many
It's a business
influences
move.
on it and
I
stuff.
get
you
it,
know?
but
Exactly,
they
influencers.
should make a different version of Instagram where they say Instagram and then Instagram dislike, you know, just
Well,
like
there is a different version of
Look at
Instagram.
him.
It's called fucking Twitter.
this guy walks out.
Fucking Christ. Are you fucking kidding me? That is just
Dude, you're messing up with the soundproofing right now.
That is the worst business decision coming out of a business owner. Hey, let's make two versions of my app that one will potentially never take off. It's like, what the?
So as this gets more heated, we'll take this outside for a cigarette and another drink. You've been watching what? Two Wongs and a White. I'm Hashi. This is Ken. This is Tam. And we'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit the like button.
And use Instagram.
What? Subscribe and like.
Yeah. Or dislike.
Or dislike.
Which, whichever.
In this man's case.
Whichever you feel like it, you know, whatever, you know, just thank you.
Jesus
but
Christ.
please do like also,
That's
you
the
know.
longest fucking outro in history. Like, really?
How about you just like and then you
Oh
dislike?
my
Or like.